Lupus is a painful and incurable condition that's more common than multiple sclerosis or leukemia, yet very few people have heard of it.
It causes excruciating pain, fatigue and skin rashes, but it's often not picked up by doctors because it's so difficult to diagnose.
Claire Scawthorne from Spalding has been talking to Linda Fairbrother about the illness that rules her life.
Claire Scawthorne knows all about pain. Her legs hurt so much when she was a child, she had to stand in cold water to lessen the agony. Growing pains, said the doctor, but things got even worse as a teenager.
Ulcers all the time in my mouth. I would have sweats in the night. I would wake up dripping wet. I would just be exhausted, tearful. Every bone in my body would ache all the time.
Finally, she was diagnosed with lupus, a self-allergy, where your own immune system attacks your bones and tissue. 50,000 people in the UK have the condition, most of them women, but it's very difficult to spot because it mimics other diseases.
Lupus can affect people in so many different ways. It can produce a very wide variety of different symptoms, and as such it can mimic a whole variety of other illnesses.
Even blood tests are not foolproof. The charity Lupus UK says that though 1 in 750 women has lupus, few people have heard of it.
People need to understand that lupus is a long-term illness. It is very debilitating, and at present there isn't a cure, so it's not a simple thing. And I think really to publicise that we are there to help people with lupus and help the families or friends of people with lupus, because if you want to really help a person who's got lupus, you need to be sympathetic and to help them, but not to nanny them.
Claire had to give up her teaching job to leave energy for her 3-year-old son. You can't cure lupus, but modern drugs do help, though it's still tough.
I can have days where I can barely think straight, where I can barely get out of bed, and I have other days where it's not quite so bad. And I take it, as a family, we take it a day at a time.
Of course, not every symptom of extreme fatigue or joint pain means that you've got lupus, but it could be worth seeing your doctor if you have those sort of symptoms, because although it's not curable, lupus can now be kept at bay. Linda Fairbrother, Anglia News, Peterborough.
And if you want to know more about lupus and the help and support that's available, you can find a link on our website. That's angliatv.com. angliatv.com.
You're watching Anglia Tonight. Wendy's here with the weather in a minute.
Yeah, and don't forget...